Yeah.
Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor.
Yes.
If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedSky.com.
Hey, Ken, how you doing? Oops, I just dropped that.
I am doing great. How are you?
I am great. I am back. You guys know that there was a bump in the road there. I'm good. Anyway, so a couple of things going on this week. So that you guys know before I even start, I have 50% off. Everybody gets one coupon for anything you want. I don't offer that very often, but I'm going to be gone on vacation. So I figured, you know what? We'll just do that. And then I'll be booked and I come back. I don't have to worry about it, blah, blah, blah. I might be live, but I would be down in Louisiana, and I might be live by Marie Laveau, like the voodoo priestess.
Yeah.
I might be live down there. So that's where I will be. I'm going to move. My best friend is moving back up here. Up to north. Yeah, she's got a job up here and she's like, I'm moving back. And I'm like, can you help me? And I'm like, sure, I'll try to help you because, you know, I love her to death. So anyway, I'm going to be doing today, we're going to be doing the rest of the tarots and I'm explaining tarot cards to you guys. Now I'm going to be doing live readings and you guys can get them. You guys will just have to wait, like it's a 45, you know, the half hour. And then I'm going to let you, if you guys don't know, this is my podcast. So anybody on TikTok, I'm now on Instagram also.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a couple people on Instagram. Yep. So I have hit Instagram. I am verified on Instagram. I got like 1,000 followers.
Yep. Let's take care of a little business though, too, right? Let's give a good shout out to our good friends over at diamondsnaturalstore.com for all your fur babies, healthy diet needs. Also, if you're looking for some great skincare and a beauty line for yourself, a loved one, somebody who might have some allergies to some skincare, check out moisturizedchaos.com. And you'll see it scrolling right at the bottom of the screen. And check them out. Let them know you heard it here on 21.6 and or say Lana 22, and you'll get a good discount. It helps for sure. So
awesome. Oh, before I forget, if you guys want my half off coupon, it's Lana 50.
Lana 50.
Yep. And I forgot to tell you guys that. I think I made a TikTok video and forgot. So anyway, I'm gonna continue where I left off, and then I will take free questions. I always am free on Wednesdays.
That's right.
Never charge because usually sometimes I have like $20. You can ask anything you want. I'm building this. I do want to remind you. I had somebody last night that they had me look this up, and from what I can see, this is true. I predicted a loss of a submarine or a lost submarine in 21. I predicted it in June, I believe, of 21. So I just want to let you guys know. So just thought I would confirm that. And I thank you, followers. A lot of you guys are my followers, and you're the ones that are watching and listening and remembering. And I'm like, you know, you're right. And because sometimes I think there's such ridiculous things that I say. Like, remember I told you that they would find a mammoth? There was something about a mammoth, or they were going to try to reincarnate. They were going to try to re-alive a mammoth and pull it out with the DNA and everything. And that came true. And I just thought that was the most ridiculous thing when I got the answer. And so I just kind of put it with a grain of salt and put to the side, and then they're true. So, so I will be coming out probably. I usually do a June, and I do a I do a June and I do a January. So I will be coming out with some, and I did post some new predictions recently. So that was on my live, or no, it was on a TikTok, and I have to catch up with myself. I almost need like somebody to be writing all this down for me all the time. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing an Amazon, like maybe making like a small book that you guys, where there's predictions for the year, and then you can go and you can check back on it, and like publish it on Amazon and make it like $2 or something, like really cheap, and do it that way, because I think I'm getting a little lost. This is getting crazy. If you guys don't know, I'm busy. I'm really busy. I have been booked usually solid. I'm on my lives. I'm not getting breaks. And that's why I said I'm going on vacation. I need it. So, okay. So we left off on, I believe this one was the High Priestess, the card of and I want to tell you and remember that I'm doing the Major Arcana. Now, also the numerology that has to do with these. We did these 3 cards. It's usually, but it takes about 3 cards. And if not, it was the 4th. You try to do 4 cards, but I think I may have gotten to this last week. I have to look again. I just review them again anyway. But I'm trying to teach you cards. Now, best way to learn the cards is don't take a class, you guys. Don't bother all that money. Okay. What I want you to do is to pull a card every day and see what happens, because that's how you learn your cards. Make sure and when you're first learning, don't do any upside downs. Don't do any reverses, because it gets too confusing. Then once you get these down, then do the upside down, because they mean something else. A lot of times people think that they mean the opposite, and it's not. It doesn't. So because there's certain cards that mean the same thing upright or upside down, like the sun. The sun card still means the sun, but it isn't as intense when it's upside down. That's all. Same thing for tower cards. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on this. I'm also going to talk about the numerology and the colors of them, because that's all important too, you guys. All right. So we left off on this card. This card is it's she's told in the tarot card. Did I ever tell you that if you look at the visuals of these are the deck that everything else is based off of. So now she's got a picture of a tarot thing of like a scroll. It says tarot in her hands, and or Torah, which is knowledge. So anyway, I left off on that one. So I'm going to continue on with abundance. And I thought I had gotten to this. I may have and not really completely described it, but we're going on, and I'm going to go through the whole Major Arcana. That's what I'm doing. In the next week or two, I do have a guest coming on who is an expert astrologer. She's a very good friend of mine. We're actually maybe doing retreats together. So, and you guess where I'm doing them, Kent? Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva.
If you guys know, it's a major resort area here in the Midwest. It's outside of Chicago. It's a gorgeous lake. And that's what we're looking at. So we're doing that. And I've also been invited to go down to South Carolina to do some ghost hunting and some readings. So I'm starting to do some traveling on top of everything else. So, okay. So we left off on the Empress, the Empress. Now, the Empress card is all about abundance. It's the female sign, and it's the ultimate female. So what do you think the picture of this woman is? She's pregnant. That's what this picture is about. Giving birth to something. 3 is also creativity. The number of creativity. So you have to remember that it's creative within you. You're creating something. So, right, when women give birth, they create. When you publish your book, you'll get this card. When I published my book recently, I have a coloring book coming out, guys. It's in the I caught an error. I was ready to go published, and I caught a misspelling. So I had to go back through, but it should be coming out. It's to meditate with. I also have a dream journal coming out where you can keep track of your dreams, because I'm always talking to you guys about it. Keep track of your dreams. Keep track of your dreams, right? So anyway, this is the Empress card, and the Empress is all about abundance. It's about creativity and abundance. And abundance, when I see this card and somebody's asking, am I getting that new job? I'll say, oh, yes, you are. And there'll be a pay raise. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's abundance. It's all about abundance, giving birth, enjoying that. It's female energy. It's creativity. Okay. So the yellow is optimistic. See how the colors go? The number 3, creativity. There's numerology in this. There's astrology in this. There's the tarot. There's so much involved in these cards. People just don't quite understand the nuances sometimes of the cards. So to let you know that's what it's about. So the next time you pull this card, yesterday I had a woman that I talked to that I did a reading for, and she kept pulling a lover's card, and I'm going to explain. And I had read for her, and I don't need cards. You guys know I don't need cards. I'm doing this for 30 years. Just don't need cards. I'm a medium. And I don't need tools anymore. My tool is the other side, the people, your family. So when you call me for a reading, that's the first thing I say to you. Who is so-and-so? And I have been working hard on getting names. Been working really hard on pulling names for you. I was 3 for 3 yesterday, and I'm like, yay, because in the past, did I ever tell you that I don't read as well when it's really nice out?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. I don't read. All right. And in the past, if it's really sunny, I don't read as well. If it's raining and cloudy and windy, I read really, really, really well. Matter of fact, some of my followers will call me and I go, "Oh, is it raining? It's raining. I'm calling you." I'm working on trying to do that a better job. So yeah. Hi, Colleen. So anyway, she kept pulling a lover's card. And I had talked to her about a job decision she had to make. What is the lover's card? She thought, well, this has something to do with lovers. And I know it has to do with a decision that you must make, whatever you're going to do. Because remember, when you you meet somebody, it's a decision you're going to make. Are you going to bite the apple? Are you going to go ahead with it? It's a decision. So, okay. So anyway, but this is abundance, and she's comfortable. She's the empress. I mean, she's, the queen, and, kind of thing. And so I love seeing this card. It's one of my favorites too. I got favorites. You guys know I got favorites. So, all right, now I'm going to go on to 4. Now this is the male version of the emperor, but this is a power card. Now it's a 4. It's stability. 4s in numerology are stability. Okay. Is it freezing? Okay. If it's freezing, I'm sorry. I've been having a lot of trouble with TikTok lately. Yeah. I don't know why, but nothing else is freezing, just TikTok. I wonder, maybe I need to update it. Anyway, so you can go to YouTube, you can go to Instagram, or you can go to 216thenet.com. I'm also on I'm on my YouTube. I'm on my Facebook. Where else am I? I'm also on, we're looking at Twitch. I got to get on Twitch because Twitch is one of the ones that's up and growing. I was on Clapper, but Clapper's having trouble too. That's why I haven't been on. So if you guys are on Clapper, I think that eventually Clapper will take over. I still say, here's a prediction. Clapper will eventually take over TikTok because TikTok is not securing anybody. And all you have to do is have 3,000 followers on Clapper, and you are verified, and then no one can steal your content and stuff. So yeah. All right. So let's go. Let's get onto this. Oh, he's in the Apprentice. Okay, there is. Okay. Tina Brown is coming to visit me. And I know that. And she's coming. There is no Apprentice, but I think I know what she means. It's another city up there, Princeton. I bet you he's in Princeton. Yeah, she thinks it's Prentice. I bet it's Princeton. I know where she's driving right by. And you guys do know that I'm within 2 miles of I-90. So people, when they go through Wisconsin or even go to Chicago, they come up to see me. I've had several followers come up here. And I do have the, I'm just painting yet. So I've got the Reiki Center open. You can see the horses. It's separate from my private residence, but you can come and see everything. Anyway, let's get back to this. All right. So this is the emperor, and it's all about power. And I always the way I read this card is you're owning your own power. However, they also want to acknowledge how hard you've worked. A 4, if you have if you have a 4 for a life path, you guys know how to figure your life path. Review it one more time because I had a whole podcast. Your birth date, your full birth date, 1 number. Now, if you're so lucky to get a 11, a 22, or a 33 when you add it all up before you put it together to make it a 2, a 4, or a 6, that's even better because that means that's magical and that you're kind of like a chosen type person. So it's very, very mystical. So I'm an 8, which is it's the infinity sign. And I thought about getting a tattoo of the infinity sign. That's probably what I will get first. I'm going to get a tattoo. Did I tell you? I've always been wanting one, and I always said I was going to get one, and I haven't. And I always said, okay, you guys know, so it's here. I put it here, and when I'm 80, it's at my stomach, So, but as you get old, and I always thought it would look bad, but I might have planned. I don't care anymore. But I thought about there's a couple of ones. I'm going to get the sun also, because the sun is very important to me. But anyway, so this is all about working really, really hard too. It acknowledges how hard you have worked. Okay. So the symbolism in here is grounding, because this would be the symbol of Capricorn, but also in Aries, because the goat. Okay. And it means that they're a doer. They're going for this. But they own their own power. They're acknowledging it, but they're well grounded. They're logical. They're sensible. They know what's going on. That's what this symbolizes. Okay. So that you understand it. Okay. All right. Now, so yeah, somebody just said, add them. Yep. Got it, Colleen. So what you do, remember, this is Metaphysical Meanderings. I Wander. Remember, Colleen, you add them all together, you get one number. I've done a podcast. If you guys want to go look at the podcast, it was from like 4 years ago, I think, wasn't it? When I first started.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Probably in 18. Didn't I start in 18, or did I start in 19?
19, I think. Yep.
19. Okay. Yep. So yeah. Okay. So it's in 19. If you scroll back, it'll say it'll talk about your, 1 is your life path and 2 is your destiny. People don't realize there's 2. You take your name, you put like A is 1. It's like that. Okay. And so that you realize you can go 1 to 9, then it starts over. So then like it would go JK, and then it'll start over again. So like it's like that. And L it'll start. Yep. Okay. So anyway.
Yep. If you get a 2-digit number like 11, then you add those 2 together. So Colleen would be a 2. Yeah.
Yes. And then you can figure out your destiny and your life path. They're different. I think people don't understand they're different. They're different numbers. I'm a 5 in my name. You take your full birth name. So D is for, N, I believe in N. What is an N? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. J is a 1 again. Do you see how it starts over? It goes 1 to 9, starts over again. You can figure this all out. Okay. So if you haven't done this yet, make sure you're doing it. All right. And it's okay.
I'm a 5.
You're a 5 too. I'm a 5. That's a stable number. You know what I mean? It's, but there's all kinds of things with a 5. It's like a creative number in a way. It's, it just makes sense. But my 8 definitely makes sense, because if you guys know, if you're an 8, you'll understand. I don't mean to, it's very powerful number. It is the number that never ends. Think about it. It's an infinity sign, right? 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. And I accidentally, and I don't do it on purpose, I'm powerful and I don't realize it. And I kind of intimidate people sometimes, and I don't do it on purpose.
Sometimes.
Yeah, be quiet. It's an aura I give off. I have I know what I'm doing. It's kind of like that. And I know what I know, and I know what I don't. That's
strong.
Yeah, it's a very strong number. And for women, it can be kind of hard, because a lot of people aren't used to dealing with very powerful women. So that's its own challenge. And every 8 I've ever met who's a woman says they struggle with the same thing. That people just they kind of just kind of wow, you give off so much energy. So, all right. So let's go back to, we're going to do 6. Now, 6 is a sweet number. It's a double 3. It's a loving number. And that's what's so funny, because the card is lovers. It's a loving, kind, considerate, sweet, kind of number for in being a 6 is you're probably a caregiver, or you're probably a person that wants to bring harmony to the world. That's a 6. And see how they go, see how they match. All right. So all I know is that, so you understand, this is Adam and Eve. It's Adam and Eve, and they've got the snake and the temptation and the apple of knowledge. And they've got Michael, who's blessing the union, so that you understand the sun is shining down on them. But at its core, you have a decision to make. What is your decision? Are you going to buy into this? Are you not going to? What are you going to do? Now, when I see a lover's card with a 2 of cups, I'll say, oh, there's a love connection there. See, and then what happens is they go into combinations. So I just pulled the Tower card for my weekly reading, you guys. Did you guys see that? And then I pulled a Devil, and I'm like, ooh. I kind of know, and that means it's something physical or an addiction of some sort. There's something going on, and for me personally, it's physical. It's a physical thing because I'm waiting to hear about like surgeries and stuff, and I think that that's maybe what it is for me. It's a surprise, and So anyway, back to this. So all this card is just real simple. It's just about love. So it's all about love and kindness. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do with this decision you have to make? You have to make a decision. You're being forced to by the universe. Okay. Now, I'm out of order. I had 5. I had 6, then I had 5. So sorry. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant's really 5. Okay. All right. So hi guys. Somebody just asked about the podcast, where to find it. Oh, Earl, go to Apple. Where are we all at? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Radio Garden. Where else? We're like 7 places. Whatever.
All over. Twitch, Twitter, yeah, we're everywhere. So
he's looking for the podcast tapings.
Yep. All you got to do is just go out to your favorite podcast platform, Google Podcasts, whatever, and just punch in Metaphysical Meanderings.
And it's got a sun on it, the sunflowers. Yep. So that way you guys will see them. Okay. All right. So back to 5, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about conventionality and religion. So it would be if you were going to a Catholic church and you were going to mass that day, this card would probably pop up. Okay. It's all within the box. It's tradition. Okay. So you also got 2 people and like 2 little friars down here, and that you're probably talking to, because I've seen that where it's pop when you're communicating with them. That I've seen that pop up too. But for me, I always say this card comes up when there's a marriage, because see, it's conventional. When there's a 9 to 5 job and there's a job offer, I will see this pop up. So and 5 is stability. 5 is about stability. So just think of it that way. It's a very stabilizing card. And that's in numerology, it's a 5. Okay. Now, I did 6, which was Lovers. I'm out of order. Yeah. All right. So 7 is a Chariot. Now, the Chariot is about movement and things going forward quickly. It also you could be taking a trip. Notice that you've got, and it's so funny, you've got sphinxes down here instead of horses. But it's interesting, you're in a chariot. So, and a 7 is all about how do I explain a 7? About looking at your boundaries and wondering what you need to do to push them. That's a 7. That's kind of, you guys can find this. I'm going to start blogging. I've got to start catching up with my blogging. But if you guys do join me, Lannis Enchanted Sky, on my website, you can join me. And that way you get blogs. And I have blogs and vlogs on there that have to do with my podcast. So I'm working on this. I'm working on, saying, hey, this numerology means this. So to let you guys know. And then I'm also putting it out somewhere to discover or something. Anyway, so that you understand that these are horses. Now, here's an interesting thing. Whenever I'm working with my horses, because you guys know I have 4 horses, this card appears because your movement, you're moving, and these represent horses. So everything means something different to somebody, but this does mean movement and something happening quickly. Usually you're taking a trip, but not always, but something will happen. So if you pull supposedly combination, right? Combination cards. So here I am, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to, I'm getting a new job, or I'm applying for a new job. And looks like I'm going to get the job because I get a 1 of Pentacles or I get a wish card. I'll get this card too. And they go, oh, they want you to start right away because it's movement and it's quick. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on here a second. I have to do that. I had to get rid of somebody. Okay. All right. There we
go. If only life was that easy.
If only life was this easy. It's okay. All right. So now I'm going to move on to 8. Now, I remember I told you about 8 it being a powerful number. It's all about strength and being strong. So see how that goes? I'm telling you that there is numerology, astrology, among other things in here in these cards. Now, an 8, and if you look at 8, it's also got an infinity sign at the top of the
right at the top. Yeah.
Yep. And it's the card of Leo. Like all these cards, and I will go over them eventually. What card is what? So be watching for it in my blog. If you haven't joined me yet, just go to Lana's Enchanted Sky or Enchanted Sky. Hit and join. You're not getting sent junk mail. What you're doing is you're getting sent blogs and coupons. So that's kind of, and I think I got like 1,200 people on there so far. So just check me out. Plus, you can check out my predictions too. All right. So that is all about strength. Leo the lion, the lion being strong. That's what this person's doing, that they're taming this. They're showing their strength by taming a strong thing. You see how that goes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's all about that. And when I see this card, you might be recovering from an illness.
Oh.
I see that a lot when this card pops up. I might just say to you, just be strong and wise about this. You've got this. And I will say that when I see this card. That's kind of what the card means. Okay. All right. So I'm going a little quicker now than I was before, huh? All right. So I'm on 9, and here's the Hermit. Now, the Hermit, you know what the Hermit means, to hermit yourself, to maybe back off from social situations for a while, but it also means healing. Now, a 9 is mystical. A 9 is a mystic number. If you are a 9 and you have that, you think you're psychic. You have ability of some sort. If you are a 9, you add up your name or you add up your life path. There's 2 ways to do it. If you end up with a 9, I'm telling you, it's and you notice how 9 is always a magical number. Like you can do have you ever seen this, Kent, before? Like 4 times 5 is like that. But did you know you can also do it in another way, and you can do all your times tables on your hands because 9 is a magical number?
Yeah.
I used to teach special ed, and I taught the kids how to learn their facts by doing like 4 times, and you put them down in their 10s. It's all based on 9 and 10. So anyway, so this is a mystical number. Now notice something about the picture. He in his little, because he's out in the dark, he has a star in there. That star he's searching for his star, and he's hermiting himself while he's deciding what is his next move.
Oh.
So you notice he's not really walking. He's just standing there, getting ready to go with what he's going to do. So see how that works? Notice that it's gray. See the colors? And it's because it's retrospective. It's representing hermiting yourself. It's not putting yourself out there. Not wanting to show all your feathers. You'd be, if you wanted to show everybody the world, the real you, we'd use yellow, we'd use red, we'd use orange. But this is gray on purpose because it's more like you're within yourself, introverted. This can represent a couple of different things. Now, like I said, when you are healing from something, now, like I said, the other card, the strength card, if I see this card, I sometimes would see this card, I'll say, oh, have you been sick? Are you okay? I will do stuff like that if I were to look at the cards. Now, this is also you just being very, very mystical, very, very, what word am I looking for? Just doing some heavy, deep thinking. Okay. You're just trying to think things through and process stuff. And so you haven't decided, and it being mystical, it has to do with the mystery of 9. Okay. So that you understand that that's really what's going on there. And like I said, he's getting ready to search for his star and how am I going to do it? Okay. All right. So it looks about at that time, you guys. from what I see on my clock. Do you see it on your clock there, Ken?
Yeah, we're right there. Of course, this is the time where we open it up for
Right.
questions that you can ask. Of course, so with the numerology, it's your full name first, middle, last,
and not your married name. It has to be your birth name.
Your birth name,
spelled
and then you add in your birth date all together. Everything together.
Yep. So for me, I'm Lana. So L isn't it a 3? 3, 1,
10 or something.
2, 1. And then that's my first name. Then I take my middle name. Then I take and put it all together. I do not use Hartgraves. That's my married name. I use my birth, which is Duncan.
And it's just 0 to 9.
No, 1 to 9.
1 to 9.
Okay.
So then you start over.
1 to 9. So if you need a chart, I think when I put my blog in, I'm going to give you, it's 1. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6, G is 7, H is 8, I is 9. You start over again. And so J is 1. See how that goes? And that's what you do all the way to 26. And then you pick your number and put it all together. I'm telling you. Oh, good. The Kim, you're learning cards. That's what this was for. Now I've done this podcast before. This is not new. I've done this maybe 4 years ago. So I reintroduce them. And I kind of figure, I'm telling you right now, if you want to learn the cards, you don't need to take these $1,000 tarot classes. I'm watching online. I'm going, people are trying to get rich. Come on now, let's be realistic here and pull a card, watch what happens, write it down. I should probably make a tarot journal. Like I said, I'm making a dream journal, and you should see what it's asking. I say, write on what happened. Yeah. What is the imagery? What do you see? And I'm having you analyze your own dreams, and they're going to be really cheap. It's like $9 or something. And this is 6 by 9. Put it next to your bed. That's what it's for. So that's going to be coming out too. We're in the last works of that. So
cool. All right. So Terry T says, Miss Lana, my dad caught COVID and I'm super worried about him. Will he recover soon? He means a lot to me. Thank you.
I do want to say his cough's going to get pretty bad. I want to say, they haven't put him on any medicine. I feel like they will. I don't know if it's the medicine that can lessen it, but something about medicine. He'll be fine. He's going to cough though. He's going to have a cough for a long time. I understand this. I've had COVID twice. And now whenever you guys know that we're here in the Midwest, we can't breathe. There's so much smoke. You can't even see the sunset. Have you ever looked at the sunset? You can't see it. It's
pretty hazy. Yeah.
It's set. And I get out and I'm out working and I can't breathe. And I've never been like that before since I've had COVID. And so I think I've had damage. And, so that's what I'm saying. He'll be fine, but I feel like his cough is going to be there for quite a while. Okay. So see if he can get in and get his meds. If you get it within 48 hours, I guess my daughter got it because she's immunosuppressed, and she was better within 24 hours. So that stuff does work. The medicines they've got out do work. So just a thought. All right. But he'll be okay. Okay. So
awesome. Sam Thomas asked, do you see me ever competing in a bikini bodybuilding competition?
Yes, I do, Kim. But Sam, sorry.
Sam,
I do, but it's down the road about 1.5 years yet. I don't know why. Are you just being real picky with your body? Like you want to make sure it looks a certain way and you want to sculpt something? I do feel like there is a man involved, and is he your trainer, that will really help you keep you focused and get you on the whatever to achieve what you want. Okay. It's a man, not real tall. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a couple off of Instagram, and I'm going to take a couple off of TikTok because now I'm on Instagram. If you have not joined me on Instagram, join me on Instagram. I'm verified. So what happened was it got rid of all the scam accounts because I've got 24 or 26 on TikTok, and I have none on Facebook either because they got rid of everything, which and I'm going to try to get verified on Clapper, but I'm having so many problems with Clapper. I'm not live on there because it won't go live half the time, or it won't download. I don't know. Something's up with that. Anyway. All right. So, all right, go ahead. Where you can watch my predictions. This is a good question.
Yep.
You can go on TikTok And you can say there's a thing that says my predictions on my profile, but you can also find them on TikTok, 216 the net.
Yep.
You can also say it says predictions. So if you go to my podcast on Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor,
Go out to your YouTube channel.
or even
They're all out there.
it'll say predictions, and it'll
Yep.
say predictions 2023, or it'll say something like that.
They'll always be titled.
Yep, they'll always be titled. I'm at a point where this has taken a life of its own, and people know, if you're following me, I've had a lot of support, and I want to thank all you guys. That's why I think I gave the 50% off, because there's so many people popping in going, hey, you said this. And I'm like, I did? Because you have to remember, I'm channeling. So I don't even sometimes remember what I'm completely saying.
Yep.
And they go, you did say this. And then they'll pull up the video and send it to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I did.
Yep.
So yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Accurate private readings. Visit Lana at enchantedsky.com. Promo code Lana50 for the fast answers at a low cost. Go to coffee.com. Trust Lana for dependable insights. Kim C says, hey, 10/11/63 birth date. Do I purchase a house this fall?
Late fall. Yes. Late fall, dear. Late fall. October, November. I think that there's a snafu with one, and you go back and forth with a bidding war or something. Be careful. I'm still saying that the housing market's the prices of the houses are going to go down or something. And I don't know if it's a crash. I've like I told you, I'm going to be honest with you. I've taken my financial stuff and parked it because something's weird this summer. And I don't understand that completely. I just know that that's kind of what they tell me. But yeah, it's going to be more like October, November, dear. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So, okay. I'm going to take somebody off of Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, somebody. You need a bingo card of predictions. Yeah, you're about right. You are about right. And if you guys haven't seen my prediction page, what I did is if it was right, you got a smiley face. If it was wrong, it got a frown. And what we've done on there is figured out the percentage, and it was 94%. So, and I do need to constantly update it, because sometimes you'll say, I'll make predictions out of the clear blue live. And I just, oh yeah, by the way, did you know? And then people are like, oh my God, I do remember that. I just had to find it. I don't know what else to tell you guys.
There you go.
I just do. So anyway, okay, hold on. Thanks guys. I'm looking for, okay, any messages from your guides. My DIY Casita. Okay, I don't know your name, and that's okay. That's your handle. Hold on. You got somebody coming through. It's a littler man, and his hair is thinning. And I feel like he had one time a comb over, but I think that he got rid of it. He's not a real big guy. Kind of like salt and peppery. It's kind of like dark with white or gray, silver running through it. And I feel like his clothes was always baggy on him. Like he would tuck his shirt in, but it would be baggy. I don't know what nationality he is, but it seems like he's Hispanic or Italian, because he's a little darker, but not a lot. Do you know who that is? Because I just did a mediumship for you, because that's what I got. He's sending you love. Okay. So that you know. All right.
Faye George says, what deck is the best to purchase when it comes to tarot cards?
The Rider Waite it's called Rider Waite, WAITE. It is the standard deck that all other decks are based off of. I got that. The Rider Waite's behind me, and that's the cards I use to learn. After that, because you guys know I've got my Snoopy deck, right? You guys know I got my Snoopy deck. And I love my Snoopy deck. And you can't find these. They don't make them anymore. I found them on Etsy. Somebody trying to sell one card for $40.
Wow.
And I'm like, I wish that somebody would. I've been trying to, the place I got mine for was $100 and some dollars. And it was in England. And I keep telling her, I said, are there any more decks? And she's like, no. And I said, can you print them? Can you make more? Because you can put them on my website, because people are always asking for them. So I've got 30 or 40 decks here. And sometimes I collect them. I love when they're old. I love when they're all worn and stuff. It's so cool.
That is it.
Okay.
Scorpion Goddess says, what are my guides telling me about the relationship between Demetrius and myself?
Is it on and off? Why can't one of you guys can't make your mind up? And I think it's Demetrius. He just can't make his mind up what he wants to do. And they said, don't push him. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna, how long have you guys been together? I'm not gonna say okay. So when I won't tell you, oh, there's a breakup, oh, you're getting married. I won't do that because what I'm doing is creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I do want you to know that it's a decision that needs to be made. And I'm not sure what that means. Like, are you going to go do this, or are you going to walk away? It's your decision. Okay. So you see how I did that, right? Okay. All right. That was okay. So my DIY casita said, yes, that is my grandpa. And so
Wow,
I do pull names. I want to say his name is Short. Like, are you I want to say the name is Joe Jose. It's something like that. And if not, that's a middle
Giuseppe.
name. Yeah. Giuseppe. It could be because they look Italian or Hispanic, and to me they look the same because of the darker hair and the little darker skin. So just remember that. And yeah, I like I said, I'm a medium, and that is what I do. So just letting you guys know. All
there
right.
you go. Our good friend Sue asks, why am I having crazy dreams?
All right, Sue, we talked about this before. And I'm telling you, it's you processing this. You're
quit eating spicy food before you go to bed.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. And it does have to do with the age of Aquarius. I want to say also, and I meant to tell you this, Sue, by the way, and she's one of my mentors. I mentor Sue. That I believe, honestly, that I gotta plug something in, you guys. Hold on a second. Sometimes I gotta do this. I gotta move my camera. That there we go. That when you're leveling up, you start getting weird dreams. You might be leveling up spiritually. Okay, so just to let you know. Sorry, you guys. I just had to put TikTok. I had to put my hand in front of the camera to get it so that you guys, I don't lose you. And of course, it's not charging for some reason.
No.
I'm almost dead. I know I'm going to be dead here on TikTok in a second. And that is okay. So, but yeah, I don't know why it's not charging. It's at 2%. I'm going to lose you guys. It's okay. Yeah, you guys got to send. I'm on 3 cameras right now. So just to let you guys know. Okay.
Linda Turwey, hopefully I said that right, says, could you pull a card for her?
Could I pull a card? I can, because Linda knows this. She knows me. I'll pull a card for you. Now watch. So just one card? Okay. I can do that too. I do this for free. And you guys, they know that I do these for free because normally I charge. And I don't try to charge a lot. If you guys notice, I never go crazy with the charging because I see other people and I'm like, wow, they're expensive. I try not to be. That's why I'm doing the 50%. Okay, here's your card. Why are you stuck in your life? You're stuck and you don't know which way to go. So, okay, this card, and I have not gotten to this card, did you know that this is Odin? And this is a reference to a Celtic tradition that I'll have to explain, but this is actually card is Celtic. Anyway, but it represents, and you guys remember that St. Peter was hung upside down on the cross? Yep. Well, that has to do with the card too. Feeling stuck, feeling like you can't move, feeling like it's all beyond your control, feeling, you know what I'm saying? But the way to get rid of this card is to do something that scares you. And it has to do, this card always comes before a huge spiritual awakening.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys remember that. All right.
All right. Colleen says, will our refinance go through in about 3 to 4 months?
Yes, before the end of the year.
There we go.
Yep. Okay.
Just me says, will my daughter be able to buy a house in the next year?
2. I know about 2.
Nice.
Okay. I'm good with numbers. That's one thing I admit when I'm not good with something. And although I do marriage and relationships, it's not my specialty. I'm more career and what's your highest good, what's your highest purpose, that type of thing. And I'm good with numbers. Like somebody said to me, how much tax do you think I'm getting back? And I said, 45.93. She got 45.95. That was pretty close. And I'm like, and I don't know why, but I am. And I've had people verify that too. And I'm like, I don't know. That's my specialty. Like someone else, you could talk to another psychic, they could do something else. So, so here we go. I'm going to answer another thank you. Not a problem. Are you married? Okay. YOLO. Am I married to your twin flame? It's a I don't okay, so you understand a twin flame. You come to the planet to do something very special that's very intense to benefit the world. Most likely, I feel like that could be a twin soul, which means it's a difference. There's a difference. Twin flames and twin souls are different. Twin soul is somebody you've been spent many lifetimes with, and you just know them like a book. You have like it's almost like your imprint or your energy is the same. And I do want to tell you, you've spent at least 3 lifetimes with that person. And there was a couple lifetimes where you were the man and he was the woman, and he was the woman and you were the man, and you flipped. So just to let you know. And I do want to say, are you close to his mother? Because I want to say you've spent a couple lifetimes with her too. Okay.
Nice. We got time for one more here as we wrap up. We'll take Hawk's Nest. If we did not get to your question, please feel free to reach out to Lana and she can do those readings. And right now it's 50% off. Just say Lana 50 and life is good. Hawk's Nest says, I'm taking my son to meet college coaches July 26th through the 29th for a football scholarship.
Okay.
Will he be successful and earn a football scholarship?
He will, but the places you're visiting now, he will not be. He'll be someplace else. There'll be another one coming in the spring that will be accepted, and it'll be the one he chooses. Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Listen, again, if we did not get to your question, we apologize. We're running out of time. But every week we're here, and every week Lana is available for you for accurate private readings. So visit Lana at enchantedsky.com. Use the promo code Lana50. Now, if you don't have a lot of time for a full reading, you can get fast answers at a low cost. You can go to coffee. That's ko-fi.com/% 20 Enchanted Sky. She's got great insights and she's here to help people, which is absolutely a blessing. But for all of us here at 216 Net, we can't thank you enough for jumping on and being part of the show with us here today. And until we see you again, be good, but more importantly, be good to one another.